Do you get used to the turnover of bosses?
No, I think every time it happens you've still got the same nerves and the same apprehension, maybe the same excitement as well, but no, I don't think it gets any easier the older you get or how many you've had, but no, we've had a good start and I'm enjoying it. All the boys seem to enjoy it, so
Do you feel you have to prove yourself every time a new manager comes in?
Yeah, of course. Especially with the manager coming for England, you don't know how much he knows about the team, about the players. People said I should have tried to reinvent myself as a striker or something like that, and every time. But no, as soon as he came in, he seemed to know a lot about us, and he knew nicknames, he knew positionally where everyone should be. So it does put your mind at rest a wee bit, and I'm sure he'd done his homework before he came in.
What's the difference he has made to the team from previous manager played under?
No, we wanted to get our shape right. I think maybe before he looked at videos and thought we were a bit ragged, and I think that's proved in the last 4 games we have kept a good shape, and we do a lot of analysis on games and training, and not like it is different from what it was before, but we're all going in the right direction. We're all enjoying it, and fingers crossed we get the rewards.
Is it a situation where you're still learning as a player under every manager?
Yeah, totally. Every manager that's came in, I've learned something different from them, and that's no different. Every day you learn things, and I don't think that matters what age you're still wanting to improve, and you're still wanting to get better.
You've been playing for a long time, obviously. Recently we've had this spate of incidents, off-field incidents. Do you feel safe playing at the moment in time? I've
never really felt under threat at all when I've been playing. You get hostility in matches and stuff, but never felt physically or at a threat. So, like I've seen the odd incidents, I've not really paid close attention to them, but it's obviously something you want to eradicate for the game.
Of course, you're playing the touchline, don't you? So you'd be closer to the fans than most. I've never once felt under threat at all. I've never had any objects thrown at me. I've had a bit of abuse thrown at me, but you can deal with that.
Les, is it tougher playing Celtic and Rangers in the space of a week and having to reach the level of intensity, the level of energy that's needed to play in these big games that come with the big atmospheres? Almost a lot of them can develop that sort of cup tie tempo, can't they?
No, it's good. It's the games you want to play in, full houses and big crowds, as you said. The tempo's good, the atmosphere's good, and the manager touched on a meeting earlier that our physical stats are a lot higher than maybe they were in previous games, which is strange. I think maybe because we don't have as much of the ball and stuff like that. I don't think it's a fact that we're trying harder in these games, but not just physically but mentally it does take a lot out. You need to focus, especially when you've not got the ball for long periods of the game, and mentally you get drained, physically you get drained, but these are the games you get excited for, so got no excuses that way.
Is that a similar sort of preparation? Is it a case of looking at the Celtic game, seeing where we went wrong there and saying, well, if we put that right, then we should be in all the way against Rangers? Yeah,
possibly. There was things we done well on Saturday, and things we didn't do quite so well. So we know what we need to focus on, and if we can keep the good bits from Saturday and change the bad bits for it, then I think it'll stand us in good stead. But the last time Rangers came here, it's probably the best performance I think a team's put on at Easter Road. I thought I was very impressed. They'd done well, and we were lucky probably to get the draw. It's probably the opposite if we went to Ibrox later on, but we'll look at them, and we know it's going to be a tough game, but I think if we can implement our game plan, we'll have a good chance.
Is it the toughest Rangers side you've come up against since both you and Rangers came back up into the Premiership?
Yeah, I'd say so. They're organised, they've got an attacking threat, they've got a lot of players on form as well, so it's going to be tough, but as I said, we're at home, and we want to implement our game today.
It's only been a few games under your new boss, but you're already back in the top 6. Is it now a matter of looking ahead and trying to challenge for 5th or 4th in the European spot, or is it a matter of looking behind you and seeing, for example, St John's are only just 3 points adrift?
I try not to look too much at the league. We just need to focus on the games that come to hand, and try and pick as many points as possible. I think we've got 5 games before the split. I think we'll need at least 3 or 4 wins before that, so we'll see where that takes us from there.
You spoke about the stats there. Are they markedly improved under the new manager?
Well, we never used to do it before, but just for the game, like for his first game to the last game, we've had, we wear the GPS and stuff now, and I think a lot of the distances and speeds are up. So I don't know how. It's not like we're trying hard. I can't really put pen to paper. I think Easter Road's a big pitch as well, so you maybe need to cover more ground. So maybe that's got something to do.
Is training harder? Training different?
It's different. We're a lot of tactical stuff and shape stuff, and a bit of time after work on our own individual stuff. So look, we trained hard. I think everyone's trained hard. Whenever I've been here, I don't think there's been a team here that we can say we don't put it in at training. So we'll work as hard as we usually do.
Is that stuff in your mind when you're on the field, knowing that there's going to be
yeah.
stuff?
No, see, the first day I seen the GPS, I thought, Jesus, but I think when the game starts, you just treat it like anything else. I think maybe in my head, I think I'll have to make some extra runs here and get my stats up a bit, but it's something that you see more and more in the game now. There's stats everywhere, and as long as my goal stats don't pop up anywhere on the telly, then I'm happy with that.
I guess there's nowhere to hide now. It's going to be jotted down somewhere. It's going to be printed out somewhere if you've let your levels drop at all.
Yeah, it's good. I think it's almost in a kind of American sports to do a lot of stat stuff as well. I think people even get signed on other stats these days, so it can be a major part of the game, and it shows how much the game's moved forward.
Is that the first time you've used it under manager?
I think we've used it before in some games. We usually use it pre-season and stuff, more for a fitness thing. But I think there's other things. We've got a camera system as well, but I don't really know the details of that. But I don't think it's as accurate as the GPS. So we have had it before, but maybe not used it. Maybe used it as much.
Does it feel like you're competing with yourself, and are you trying to keep beating yourself on your stats?
Nah, as I say, I think you only realise. I think when you see the stats that. I think when the game's on, it's the last thing you're thinking about, to be honest. If people do say they've been running more than me, I usually say I have to stay back at corners, so I've not got the distance when I'm running up the corners and stuff. But at the end of the day, it's results that get you things know how much you've ran or stats on a GPS. So it has got its positives and it has got its negatives, I suppose.